does all this, so I'm new to what's going on this end. Here we go. Before we press more options, share to a page. Watching at work. What's going on, Sarah? Hope you're having a good day at work. Right. Let me just see if that's worked. Right, how do I get the comments? Oh, there you are. There they are. Evening, Kath. The Let's Talk podcast said, hey, who's that? I didn't even know you. I forgot you was even mods on this page. What's going on? Let a bit of controversy happen on this page. Let it flow a bit more. Let more people have their opinion and have their say. We ain't got to worry about the chat on this page as much being a friendly vibe. What's going on, David? Gosh. Evening, Lorna. Good evening, Maggie. Right, I've just got to do one more share. 1 second. Share out to groups. 1 second. No, that's not how you do it. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Someone put it in the Come Explore group. Oh. Right. Evening, Katie. It was me, Macho. Wow, how can you forget? Sorry, we haven't been on this page for a while, have we? Because I was struggling with sound, but I thought, you know what? Because I got to isolate, I'm going to start doing some online ones like this. How you, Jenny? How you, Jamie? How you, Helen? How you, Melanie? So, yeah, first I will say, I am feeling a lot better. My stomach started to play up about an hour ago, and I thought, fuck, it's coming back. It turned out I've just needed a shit. So, yeah, I went to my nonna, so I'm staying. Let's talk, low. Hiya, Alan, how are ya? Hiya, Jenny. Right, I think I've done everything right. I think it's ready to go. If you could all give it a no, I'm not going to say that, actually. I'm not going to say it. Hiya, Tanya. Hiya, Nadia. I'm going to add, we've got Editor Rob and Hoppys Rants with us today. So you got most of the team on. Gaz isn't. How you, Shona? How you, Pete? I do feel like I still feel stuffy. Now I just feel like I got a cold and that, and I know all the conspiracy theory doctors, you know, degrees, people that got them off Facebook will say, oh, it's always been just a cold. But I know my own body, and I know I done a test because I was ill. It come like I always do the test at night because I go out a lot, but then Sunday morning I done a test because I was really ill. It come back positive. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I was writ off, absolutely writ off. So I know it wasn't a flu. I know it wasn't a cold. So yeah, just put it out there. Evening, Kelly. Right, I'm going to add Robin and Hoppy in quickly, and then we'll go from there. Yo, what's going on, Bob?
Yo, what's going on?
Oh, Hoppy's ain't loading. What's happened? We'll just remove him again. Ah, he's left. Ah, his signal's going to play up again, isn't it? Here he is. Yo, what's going on, Hop? Can you hear us, Hop? Can you hear us, Rob? Hoppy.
Yo,
can you hear us?
I can hear you now, yeah. It was just buffering, mate. Don't know what's going on.
I think with this StreamYard, I think it takes about 30 seconds to settle in, doesn't it? I'm sure it's doing that before. Hiya, Jen, how are ya? No, you don't do anything. Hoppy's broken it. He has. He definitely has. So, I was just saying. It's like this. I was just saying about my symptoms for COVID. Now, when I got bad the other day, we phoned 119 to check on what was going on because I was fucked. And they said about my stomach. I went through it and there was like, it's a very rare symptom. It's something like 2% of people that get symptoms show the stomach symptoms through it or something like that. And but it felt like, imagine getting an elastic band, wrapping it round and round and round inside your stomach, around, like, say, your intestine or something, and it was just clamping, mate. Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
All I wanted to do was fart. But I couldn't. It was horrible, mate. Like, I've had gastritis, I've had, like, you know, indigestion, I've had, like, all trap wind and all that. This, right, I was on the verge of saying to Ab, yeah, get me an ambulance. Oh, fuck. Glad I never, though, because I would have probably become a statin when I went on ventilators and died. What's going on,
anyway?
anyway?
Conspiracy that is, mate.
Yeah. Wow, if you look at the comments on the video, it's definitely conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper.
Have a word with Virgin Hoppers. Rob looks so different. I've never seen him without a cap. My jaw. You had a cap on a minute ago. Where's it gone?
It's too hot, man. Let's take off.
His green hoodie as well. He's his green hoodie on.
He had to take his green stuff off because he done, you know, the green screen behind when you can change behind you. He done that, but it changed him as well because he was all dressed in green.
Just went invisible. Just a floating head.
Peter, yeah. How do I pin comments on here? Then do I show them? Oh yeah, look
just,
on here.
Just click on them. Yeah, there you go.
1, contagious cough. 2, high temperature. 3, loss of... Mate, like the loss of taste and smell. You then had it, have you?
No.
Right, watch this. Right, I'll use entertain, talk to people for a sec. I'm going to go and get something and show you. It's weird.
How's he going to show it?
He's gonna grab some. He'll come back with a bottle of vodka or something like that.
Cheers, everyone.
What are you drinking? Hot lager.
Don't tell me you both just sat there quietly.
You got the Jack Daniels?
Yeah. Nah, I got
Jack Daniels.
Oh, Rob has. Oh, 3 minutes. Right, listen, mulled wine, yeah? Drink vinegar. You could, David. You generally could. You know what? I'll go and get some vinegar and show you if you want. Right, mulled wine. It rattles, doesn't it? It's strong. Like, it's small eyes. Right? Watch, I could deck, like, absolutely nothing, mate. I can't smell a thing. It's weird. I don't like wine in the slightest. I didn't do this last time. I don't know if I should do this one on the live. I went to smell it again before I drank it. But, like, nothing. Mate, it's weird. It's proper weird. I feel like I should not like that. But, like, I could generally get vinegar and drink vinegar. It's crazy. The no smell and taste thing is mad.
Yeah, I bet that's the worst part, man.
Yeah, the strangest part in it. Not being able to taste anything that you know what the tastes like.
Yeah, at the moment, like two of your senses.
I'm eating these, right, and I might as well be eating bloody cakes or something because I'm doing it off memory of what they taste like. When you have something spicy, you still get the burn on your mouth, but for no reason. It's like it's like you've had red salted crisps or plain crisp rice cakes or something, but your mouth's burning. It's proper weird. Wait till you get it. I'm going on a diet. If this stays, because some people are saying it's for like 6 months. If it stays, I'm going to go on a fish diet. I'm going to proper sort my diet out because if I can't taste it, I might as well eat healthy, innit?
Yeah, you might as well.
Fuck it, innit? It comes to new loads.
I ain't got to that stage.
Oh, yeah. So for people that don't know, these Hoppy tested positive yesterday as well. I don't know why that's funny.
Mine's just like it's like hay fever though for me. Like my eyes will stream every now and again. I get a headache.
Yeah. You're double jabbed up though, weren't you?
Yeah, double jabbed, mate.
When you have the jab, did that have any effect on you?
Nah, I had a bit of a headache on the jab.
It's mad, isn't it?
No.
See, now, Rob, right, he is a mad one. Rob was with me when my symptoms started. He was with me the night before, the day before. He was with me the day all my symptoms started and everything. And he's still fresh as a daisy, nothing.
Yeah, I've done 3 tests and they've all come back negative over the past week.
Hop, I'll ask you a question. Have a guess why Robin thinks that he ain't getting COVID. Think about it. What would Robin say the reason?
Oh, because he smokes weed.
Yeah. The first thing he said.
I ain't gonna get nothing because I smoke it.
Yeah,
Now, to be fair, I worked through the whole of the first lockdown pretty much every day. So, and I didn't get it then, and I was mixing with people fucking all day long.
Mad, isn't it? And to be fair though, the first lockdown, I don't think anyone got it. It's mad because we're coming out of lockdown now, and it seems like everybody's got it now. And we're coming out of lockdown and restrictions. But yet, when we were going into the deepest restrictions, I didn't know anyone that had it.
Now, the first lockdown, the only people that had it were all the people that were contracted by their employers and they could get paid to have the time off. So they were all just saying, yeah, I've got it. So a lot of the numbers were just faked.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Watch with the word fake and all that, you'll start them all off. What do you mean, boss? You want to see it? It's a joke. Say no, this is the Let's Talk page. They can go in the inbox to that one.
And it let the mud sort it out.
Yo, what's going on, Sammy? How are you? I've even had people saying I'm a government actor after that video.
I've seen the pay slip though, and also it's all right.
That's what I said. I was like, shush, man, I got it paid. I said, if they find out that everyone knows, I won't get paid. Maybe Robin's onto something there. Back on lockdown towards the end of the 6 weeks holiday, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
What's going on, Chris? How are you? Right, so let's get off the topic of COVID for a bit. The main reason I want to do this is I need to start getting the podcast going again. And I'm stuck in my fucking house doing nothing, so you know what, I'm going to start in the podcast there. I'll try and get some interesting people on and stuff. But what it does free, let's talk about some subjects. And I think the first one should be about Robin falling in the lake off the kayak. And now he's scared of water.
No, I'm not even scared of water. Hoppy's more scared of water than I am.
It is. For anyone that I don't know if people watched what happened. I don't know if they would have known what happened that day when we went and stayed on that boat, ain't Rob?
Yeah, it was a mad day.
But like, I don't know if anyone knows, like we went down and done an explore on an abandoned hotel boat. It was me, Hoppy and Rob, and ACR. ACR done the trick. He brought his son on purpose so he didn't have to do it. Then Hoppy got in the kayak. The whole idea of getting kayaks was Hoppy's idea, because he's a professional, because he's done it when he was younger. That's all he banged on about, any Rob.
Yeah, proper.
That's what I said, any Rob.
Everything about the water.
It was raining. And then, so we were getting in the river, estuary or whatever it's called, and a boat went past and caused what, a 6-inch wave?
Yeah, probably. That's being generous, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. Hoppy got his one left side.
I don't know what you're on about. It was 12 foot that one.
Hoppy's body got slightly wet, and he panicked, and that's why he didn't come, because he got out of the kayak and again.
Yeah.
So it just ended up me and Rob.
In my defence, I use all practice in still water, and that I haven't.
Do you mean the last time I was in the water, I was drowning?
Legit was drowning. Mate, you was telling us you do spins and everything. You go underwater, you spin back up and that, you're all good.
Used to, yeah. It's been like what, 15 years? Nah, a little bit less than that. About 13 years.
You did miss out on a good explore there. That was good.
Yeah,
To be fair though, I'm still yet to see you get back in a kayak after almost dying, Rob. The dinghy's a lot safer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, to be fair. It's slower, but safer.
Mate, when he got
It's slower, you was still.
paddling away, he's just not moving round the corner. Mate, that was funny. You know that ship that was attached to the boat, the hotel? That's not abandoned, that end. Apparently that was there. Yeah, apparently in like Netherlands or something like that. It's a Shell, the British, the oil company. It's their boat apparently. Yo, what's going on, Joe? How are you? How are you, Deborah? Deborah, is that your sister, though? No. Is Rob froze?
No,
right, so. And, right, yeah, so obviously we went on that boat and I was having people messaging me going, oh, it's not abandoned. They're going to start trying to, like, do people for trespassing and stuff like this. This is what it is, though, isn't it? Like, if they're moored up to another boat, by law, because they're moored up to boats, you're allowed to cross them and that, ain't you?
Yeah, of course.
So,
it don't matter. It weren't locked up anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was open. Apparently someone went on there like the other day. Someone went on there the other day, though, and all the sailor people on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was gutted we didn't get the river police.
I know, yeah.
That'd have been funny.
Hoppy, you got the land police, though, didn't
you? Yeah. Got the land police.
Yeah, to be fair,
the male couple sent the woman over the fence.
They said what?
So the male copper sent the woman copper over the fence.
What, to get you?
Yeah, yeah.
What about if you'd started attacking her? Animals.
I know.
That's what you get for not coming in there.
Yeah.
What's going on, Joe? How are you?
Just night in the van. Sorry.
Yeah, spent the night in the van. It was poor cat.
Didn't look like he was happy on ICR's live, mate. Just going to say hello to some people out in the comments. Hey, you, Julie, how are you? How you feeling? Yeah, we're good. We're feeling a lot better, thank you. Hey, you, Joe. Be careful. You'll post on pages again, trespassing. Again? What pages to get posted on? That's news to me. Have we been posted on any pages about trespassing?
I see nothing.
People don't realise that's what we do now. Let them post away. But yeah, I think everyone knows that, like, that we trespass. Pirates. Bernie Gloucester, oh bless her. Difficult, isn't it? Maggie Forrest, that made me giggle. May I ask if Gaz's baby is okay and the missus? Of course you may, Tanya, yeah. They are good. I spoke to him today. Dropped him a message. He says he's getting in his routine now. So Gaz is buzzing. Hey, Mr. Anna, my 26-year-old son got COVID confirmed today. Hi, Sarah. We're good, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he's okay. I hope the symptoms are not too bad. Hey, Leanne. That's great news. Glad you're feeling better. So hard, but thank you. Love you guys. Love the explorers. Nice one, Bernie. Yeah, the paranormal pages. Oh, that wasn't me. Was it? Was I on the paranormal pages? Oh, I was on that one when I was on that one about what did they say?
Oh, about the disabled badge.
Yeah, about the time capsule, and they're going, "The disrespect you,
Yeah.
you're using the dead for your entertainment."
I know, yeah.
It literally, in the person's comment that said it, the name was something paranormal, and they were like, "You're using the dead for your entertainment. That's sickening." And I was like, "Surely that's a joke."
They don't realise what they're saying when they say do that.
Mate, when I think I showed it, I was like, "Mate, check this out." Can you read the comments on your phone, guys?
Nah,
Yeah, I've got
can't
it.
read them. It's just
Well, not on my phone.
nah.
Can you read?
Laura ain't got nothing.
Nah.
Laura's sweet. She's done a test.
Is
today
Laura
as
jabbed
well.
up?
Nah, just me.
Oh yeah. Just don't worry about anyone else. Just.
Just me, mate.
As long
I got
as
summoned. I did. I got summoned to it. I did.
Yeah.
Because my doctors still think I live somewhere else, so that's why I got summoned.
I've got Phil to put in.
You do.
Here's a link to when Bob fell in the
man.
water. Oh no. If these symptoms carry on, I won't give up smoking. Can't taste them. Mate, I'd use it to your advantage. Like I said, if my smell and taste don't come back, look, Abby's having a hard time with it because she's gutted. She can't taste food and stuff. So she's trying to do things to get it to come back. I'm actually happy for it not to come back because I'm going on a diet, and I tell you now, I'm going to look like a Spartan because I know 70% of training's the dieting, so I'll only be 30% short. Glad you're starting to feel better. Nice one, I appreciate that. Paranormal Blight, I think it is. Basically ex-paranormal people who now moan about other people doing it. Yeah, it was. Like,
oh, are they the elite to the paranormal?
I think the people that used to do it and now they've got bored of that, so now they troll people that do it. Oh, fuck no.
Oh.
I think, remember the page when they mentioned me though, it was the most engaging page of post they ever had.
Yeah. It's the elite. They're the elite to the paranormal then, aren't
they? Yeah, they kind of completed it, didn't they, and moved on.
Yeah, that's it. KT meter up the arse.
Isn't it? Airborne Gang. Paranormal Uncovered, is that who you mean? No, I don't know who that is, Sarah. I couldn't take, not tasting food. I hope she's better soon. She does feel a million times better. Ab does as well. She's just still got no taste and smell. My friend. Yes, Ashley. You was the one that brought it to my attention, weren't you? I remember now. Defending me. I appreciate that still. Evening, fellas. How's you guys? What's going on, Rob? How are you? Good. So, things that we've been talking about. The elites. Tell us. Sum up in one word, Hop, the exploring world. No, sum up in one sentence, the exploring world.
The exploring world. Well, you got the elites that think they're the best and they're geeks. They're the geeks with the photos. And then you've got other ones that are just plain idiots that try and copy everyone.
Sorry, I missed what you said. What did you say?
I said you got the elites that love the pictures with the lines and the geeks, and then you've got the other ones that just try and copy everyone, mate. Well, say everyone, they just try and copy you, to be fair. Yeah, just try and copy you, man. It's
how much, right? I'm past trying to get accepted and shit like that in that thing, right? I got dragged in. I thought that they were telling me to do things. I thought, I got to act a certain way. Mate, I couldn't give a shit now, but how much of a bullshit area is the whole exploring thing online? It's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, you just want to be accepted into them pages.
They're just
accepted, like my photos. That's all they want.
At the end of the day, you just do your own thing, and that's why they're jealous of it, man. They're jealous,
Yeah,
and then they just
they
try and
hate it.
copy you. Do you know what I mean?
They don't like it because you're good. They don't like it because
Yeah.
you're good at it.
Yeah, innit?
And they're like, oh, you're
Mad,
doing
innit?
lives again. Yeah, because, you know, like, people want to see the lives. People want to be there. They don't want to see a picture.
Mate, got to a point, right? We just got to a point where I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I don't do the lives because they're all trolling me out. I might stop the lives. Why the fuck would I stop doing lives, right? Because someone I don't know is telling me I need to stop doing lives. Facebook has a live button. There for people
And
do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
And it's,
Yeah, of course.
do what I want. Always win. Always have done.
yeah, exactly. I enjoy
Yeah, if
doing
people
lives. I
don't
enjoy
like-
doing the vlogging.
That's it. If people
Sorry, go
don't
on.
like it, just don't watch at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Just go find something else to watch that you do like.
I see
Go
all
watch
the time,
fucking
right?
EastEnders or something.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go and look over your perfect lines in your photo. Man, I don't give a fuck anymore because it's like before I used to think, oh no. Now I'm even contemplating, just leave the trolls commenting, let them comment. It's all engagement, mate. You want to see
just leave them. 2 seconds.
like you want to see the comments on like, which has made me realise this is a bit off it, but that COVID video that I've done. The one where, like, obviously I do my Let's Talk chats all the time. Anyway, I don't know, I do them in the van, do them on the way exploring, on the way to work, whatever. And because I'm self-isolating, I thought, oh, I'll do Let's Talk chats while I'm chilling. And, obviously I was talking about because of the COVID. Because I labelled that one, I tested positive for COVID, hashtag Let's Talk. Well, you've been reading the comments, haven't you, Hop? But I think your connection dropped out there, mate. What did you say?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been reading back. People are just funny, aren't they? Like
Yeah, mate. It's made me realise though that I forgot. Like now, the internet is just full of cunts. Like just leave them to it because it's hilarious. Let them keep commenting, mate. It's got 160,000 views on that video now. Stood in the kitchen doing a Let's Talk chat. I've never had a Let's Talk chat of that many, and it's because of people like that. We've got that many on. So I thought,
Karens.
Mate,
Yeah, it's because people want to hide behind the phones and the computers as well. Do you know what I mean? They'll drop comments and that, but they wouldn't never say stuff like that to people's faces. Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
Yeah, just keyboard warriors.
That's it.
But that's what now I don't really care. I don't care like about the calls and that. Like, obviously I've got a few things planned and that just to rip into them a bit because that's where I'm taking it now. I'm just gonna start. I'll take it as the humour side of it all. But for the comment that's pinned, the website's it's having maintenance done to it, so the website is down at the moment. Yeah, I know, guys. Yeah, Corrupt Share's not working. Well, it is working. It's just on private because it's having maintenance work done on it at the moment. So yeah, that's why it says that. What you say, Rob?
It's got COVID at the moment.
Yeah, it's self-isolating for 10 to 14 days. There you go, look. Dickheads put... Oh, hang on. What's that done that one? Hoppyrella.
Hoppyrella?
Don't know what that meant. Dickheads push your views up. I love them. Mate, their comments on there are funny. And that, like, some of the theories... Some of the conspiracy, like, we used to be conspiracy nuts, didn't we? When 9/11 happened, mate, when 9/11 happened, we went in that rabbit hole, didn't we?
Proper. Chemtrails, the lot.
The lot, mate. Although I seen a photo the other day and I thought, that looks actually quite convincing.
No, do you know what? I've took photos that look convincing, like 4 planes flying right next to each other and shit like that.
No, I seen a photo of inside one of the randoms, like, this is a chem train, chem plane, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen them like 10 years ago. There was a guy on Insta that used to just post enough. But yeah, anyway.
Mad, isn't it? So yeah, the conspiracy theories, like obviously, like I said, I'm Rob deep into it. Like I went that deep, mate. I was like, I'm gonna become an anarchist. I'm against the government. I'm gonna base and born it. Well, obviously, I didn't have the ability, so I had to give up on that, didn't we, Rob? Because we were a bit mad.
Yeah, to be fair, I went deeper than you.
Yeah, innit? But like that sounds wrong. That does. That sounds really wrong.
Into the conspiracies on me.
But the conspiracy theories now about all this COVID and stuff. Obviously, I get conspiracy theories set up by the CIA, you know, to debunk about people that have got the truth and all this bollocks. I get that, right? And I'm not saying conspiracy theories are not true. But the people that are believing them these days are so small-minded. Like they're not willing. If you're going to look into something, I believe, and you think, okay, that's fake, I'm going to look into it, or I believe that's fake, you've got to be open to every aspect of everything. But the people that have been commenting are so small-minded, they even believe that the symptoms they got when they got COVID was very mild, is the symptoms that everyone's got, and everyone else that's saying it's worse is justing up. Yeah. And I was like, do you get what I mean? Like, some of the comments are going, oh, I had 3 months, so it was no more than a cold, you little pansy. Like, you know, it's all a conspiracy, you're a sheep and all this. And I'm like, but like, I generally, like, I'm not a dickhead. Like, I'm not, you know, I know I was in pain. Like, I wasn't making it up. It's weird, but they're really small-minded. They're not willing to go, okay, maybe, you know, he has got worse since. I don't know. It's just, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, everyone's different, so everyone's...
Yeah, mine's different to yours. Mine's different to yours. But I feel sweet. I feel sweet.
You've had the vaccine, that now makes you Magneto, though.
Yeah, it makes me fucking Iron Man, this does.
Mate, oh, does it? Does I want it?
Yeah, it does, mate. You need to go and get it.
Have you heard that conspiracy that it makes you sick?
Really?
Have you not heard it?
Nah.
Mate,
I was wondering while I was like, flying into the fridge every 10 minutes.
Mate, let me try and find something. COVID makes you I spell magnetic. Got it. I think. Thanks for the help.
Both just me and Rob were just like,
he'll figure it out.
Normally the phone tells me.
Can I show these videos?
Yeah, as long as we're talking over them, then we're basically reviewing the video, so it don't matter. It won't get flagged or anything.
I don't think he's bothered about that. I think he wants to put it on.
Oh shit! Hang on, that don't look good.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, because we're at the side of it now. When he puts a video on, it's basically.
I ain't got ads on that on this page. It don't really matter.
Oh yeah, sweet then.
It does get demonetized. I don't know what. I've never watched this video before, but these videos are viral on social media, and he reckons he's sticking a magnet after having the jab to his arm. I've never watched it, so I'll put it on. 1 sec. No, hang on. I've done that wrong. Let me just end that. I'll press the audio button. There we go. Right, so got it. Let's watch this.
यहाँ पे चिपक गया। ये मैंने 2 डिफरेंट मैग्नेट्स हैं बच्चों के, इसे लगे किया है तो ये दोनों में ऐसे ही हो रहा है। यहाँ पे लगाए तो देखिए ये आ रहा, मैं वैक्सीन लिए हुआ हूँ फर्स्ट डोज, ये आ रहा, दूसरी जगह लगाए तो नहीं आ रहा।
Vaccines are made out of 2 components. One is what we call.
No. Right.
No.
No, is it this one? Do you not feel pressured to vaccinate if you don't want to?
Last thing before we go tonight, the train to Crazy Town made an unscheduled whistle stop in Ohio this week. You're about to hear from a doctor and a nurse medical professionals who have had contact with patients. They happen to be anti-vaxxers and conspiracy theorists. You've no doubt heard the conspiracy theory that they are injecting some sort of electronic tracking device in liquid form through a needle into our arms. But this, at a committee hearing in the Ohio legislature, this was next level.
Is it a combination of the protein, which now we're finding has a metal attached to it? I'm sure you've seen the pictures all over the internet of people who've had these shots and now they're magnetized. They can put a key on their
Look at them. Look at the headline. Maybe it's just your
the headline. I was going to come back to it. The headline crap me up.
Some interface yet to be defined, an interface between what's being injected in these shots and all of the 5G towers.
Yes, vaccines do.
So that's one of the theories, right? Is that it's making it magnetized to do with the 5G, and in a couple of years' time, I'm going to find out why, because it's something to do with future tech and stuff.
Maybe that's why my 5G don't work properly.
Maybe that's why it don't work, yeah, because it's not actually turned on yet, because I haven't had my jab. Maybe if I get the jabs, my phone will be much better. My 5G will work.
Exactly.
But this is going back to conspiracy theories that we was looking into like 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like with HARP and all that stuff, where they're going to make stuff happen and make everyone view it at the same time, like a godly event or something. Do you know what I mean?
So where do you stand on the? Because obviously I know you was like more into believing it than I was back in the day. People about to get a magnet. So where do you stand on it, Rob? What do you think about it all?
Do you know what? I ain't really looked into it, to be honest with you. Because as I say, the first year of COVID, I was just working non-stop through it. And all the people I was working with that were agency workers never got it. It was only the people that were contracted that actually were like, oh, we've got COVID. I need this much time off. I need 2 weeks off with pay. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been a bit skeptical, and not having it myself, it's just like, yeah. I'm just on the fence with it, basically.
Something's real, because something fucked me up the last 5 days. Like, something's real.
Yeah, but the main thing you got to think about is where is it come from? Obviously, they've told you it's come from animals. Yeah, it's come from China, but did it come from the lab, or did it come from the wet markets?
Well, apparently it come from a geezer eating a bat that wasn't cooked properly.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
I know, man.
I believe it come from the lab that is like so many miles away from Wuhan or in Wuhan, where they've been testing on these viruses. Whether they've been testing on them to make cures for them so they're ready for them in the future, or whether they've been like just trying to create these viruses, you don't know. But I definitely think that's where it's come from.
What do you think?
Well, with COVID, I think, don't know, man, because before I'd say, it's just a lot of crap, but you know, with the lockdowns, because no one really that I knew had it, but then loads now. Yeah, like I've lost family members and that now through it. And people will say, oh yeah, but that's just what you've been told. But obviously you see them in them states. Do you know what I mean? Like yourself, you see it, like that's not any flu or anything. That's not just a normal flu, having a bad stomach that feels like elastic bands and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mate, I've had the flu before, right? I've had the flu before. I've had it whip me off in bed. I can't remember everything. What I had the other day was not that. Like, I don't know what it was, but not that.
Yeah, the fact that it's been worldwide, though, do you know what I mean? That proves that it is real. It's definitely real because it's in every country.
I think numbers have been made up.
Lockdown. Yeah,
Of course
numbers
they
have been exaggerated.
Do you know what though?
completely.
Let me just add a different theory into it. It's not even a theory, it's kind of the one the government's telling you. But right. Yeah, they have fudged some numbers, but they have had to fudge the numbers because no one's been them, so no one's been doing what they've been told. So they've had to fudge them numbers to put the restrictions in place to make people listen. Right, since day one of COVID, they always stated it's all about the strain on the NHS, didn't they? Right.
No, but what I was saying earlier, it's not the government fudging the numbers, it's the people. The people that
Well, yeah, it's hand in hand,
at the
like
start,
people that
do you
want
know
the
what I
day
mean?
off and stuff. But what?
At the
No, but hang on.
start,
What I'm
I
saying
think
is
the
though, right?
government were fudging the numbers the other way, saying that there weren't as many people getting it that was getting it. Do you know what I mean? I think the country was changing the numbers that way, where more people were actually getting it at the start and they weren't reporting on all of them.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying like they were decounting the numbers, weren't they? Oh no, that was after about Italy. I think I heard that. But yeah, but what I was saying is, so from day one, they've always said it's all about the stress on the NHS. They don't know how anything works. They don't know this. They don't know that. They're testing everything. It's all about the strain on the NHS because if the NHS overflows, people just start dying rapid. Right now, at the beginning, lockdown's rife, like it was hard. Remember when you was only allowed out for 1 hour a day, yard time? It was like prison. Do you know what I mean? You was allowed to go jogging. The amount of people I've seen, like, out in gyms and that, and you're like, nah, no chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you was allowed out, like, lockdown was hard. But then now restrictions get lifted Monday, right? And more people now have got it than ever, innit? And everyone's going, oh, what, like, it's all a joke. But it's because proven now is that the NHS can take the strain again now, can't it? So now I think they've got, 7 million people vaccinated. They've always run about herd immunity. I think now is the time they can get the majority herd immunity because the NHS can take a spike because not as many people are dying from it. The vaccination kicked in. I think that's what's actually happening, you know. I never used to. Before I used to think it was all bullshit. But when I looked into it last couple of days, and it's only a couple of days, like it's not worldwide research, you know what I mean? But like, what's that happening if you actually listen to the government and what they have always said from day one, it kind of still fits into their plans. Like they're going for herd immunity because they can take another rise in a spike. Do you get what I mean?
I saw a video in the first lockdown about just a guy filling a bucket, and he had a small hole in the bottom of it. And he said basically all it is the NHS is like this. It's just filling up. The NHS is the bucket. It's filling up with people, which is the water, and because it releases slowly, they wait for the lockdown till that's at peak, and then when it goes, they release it again, and then it will peak again, and then they'll lock down again. And that stuck with me since I watched the first lockdown.
The thing that baffled me with the first lockdown is, after the first lockdown, the first place they opened, knowing that old people are vulnerable, yeah, you got the old and obviously like people with disabilities, they're the most vulnerable to it, yeah. After the first lockdown, the first places they opened up were garden centres. And I'm not being funny, who goes to garden centres? Mainly old people.
I used to every Sunday when I was hungover, I used to walk around there for 4 hours like a zombie. Malbricks.
Yeah, and there used to be, I bet there'd be enough old people looking at you like you was a zombie as well.
Probably. Do you know what though? You can put that down to them learning, innit? They don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm for, I'm definitely not saying for because I got hammered in the comments already on my last video. So, I don't know. I think, do you know, that's the scary part as well. Is people don't know what to do. You take the vaccine and you're going to be one of the ones that die. Don't take the vaccine, you're going to be one of the ones that die. Like, I know one thing for a fact though. If it's only going to be these conspiracy nuts that have been commenting on my video that don't take the vaccine and they survive in the world and everyone else dies, I'm taking my vaccine and I want to die because I do not want to be left on this planet with just them lot.
Yeah, to be fair, look at it like that. if you look at it like that, the government would just play it normally. They would just be like, yeah, if you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated and die, because you're the people that are fucking doing us, slowing us down in the plans that we've got. Do you know what I mean? So,
you know, like I always say, is that you got to look at it from both sides, and this is how my brain works. Like, you've also got to remember his history repeats itself, and you cannot forget the fact that governments do mass kill people. They've done it,
yeah,
in every war. They've done it forever. Like, and I'm not saying they'll do it now, but you know, you can't be that naive and believe that the government would never do something like that as well. So it's a hard one, man, isn't it?
Well, it's not just like the government that you're thinking about. It's like the people above the government, the ones that are actually pulling the strings, and it. Do you know what I mean? The government, like Boris Johnson, and people like that. Yeah, they're just puppets. They're just people going to work and getting their paychecks. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, I'm just doing my job. That's it. I'm here to do my job. This is my job because I've been told by someone above me, and this is what I've got to do. But there's always someone above that you don't see. There's always someone paying them that little bit extra to just have their opinion pushed across.
Yeah.
And obviously that's where you do go deep into the conspiracies then, because you start looking into the sort of families that do that stuff.
Need a piss. 2 secs.
It's all right. I was just reading a comment then. Do you know, there's another theory, right? I'm deep through the glass now. Mine's working. Right, let's go in. I love Elon Musk, right? I love what he's doing. I love SpaceX. I love everything like that, right? He's getting away with so much and building the reusable, cheap rockets fast. He's the first one ever to take the rocket company out of the clean room and into the construction yard, right? And he's smashing it. And his goal is he wants 1,000 starships by 2030, right? So then he can go to Mars. I think 10 years. He wants 1,000 starships ready to go. Is this pandemic, is this the way, and is something happening that then eventually we all have to get on this, or select few have to get on these starships? Is there a world-ending event coming? Do you know what I mean? Like, why the rush now? He's not just trying to get to the moon again. He's trying to, like, colonize the moon before they've even got back to the moon. Like, I don't know. I'm mad in conspiracy theory mode with that now. I reckon by 2050 something is happening. Oh, it could be. So you did it now. I clocked it. And if I die in the next week.
What do you think about NASA and the Navy releasing all these UFO videos and stuff like that?
I haven't looked into it, but I did see a thing Barack Obama done an interview, and he said no, aliens weren't real. He was like, that was one of the first things he asked when he went into house. He was like, I want to know, like, are aliens real? Area 51 and all this. And he was like, what was the outcome? And he was like, no, they're not real. He says, but, and this was Barack Obama in the interview, he says, but there is video that says that of UFOs flying. He says that we don't know what they are. He was like, could be other nations, you know, weaponry or technology. He was like, but we don't know.
But you know, he's been sworn to secrecy about that anyway. And if he would have said anything, he would have got killed. About anything.
Yeah. Still, that'd be my first question. I'd be like, show me the aliens, man.
But yeah, people have come out though, like Bob Lazar, and he's come out with like a documentary and that, saying that he worked on reverse engineering alien crafts at Area 50. Well, not Area 51, but a place just further away from it, but connected. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but as mad as it sounds, who's Bob Lazar? Like,
yeah, true. But
do you know? Have you seen Bob Lazar's credentials to prove that he worked for the government? Like, you know, that's how you can't prove anything these days, isn't it? I suppose you never could, but like.
But, yeah, but you can. Obviously, you can look at the evidence that is there. Obviously, I ain't got it to the top of my head at the moment, but you can
Yeah, no, I
He's
get
been on.
that, but I'm just like, he's an internet. He's you got to question it when he's using it for. He's an internet. What's it called? Like he's using it for a profile, isn't he?
No, you say that though, but he come out and spoke about it before the internet. Do you know what I mean? He actually come out back in like the 80s, I think it was, something like that. And he actually spoke about it. Then he actually took people to a place like by Area 51 where they could see the crafts taking off.
How neat would it be to like, you know, like is it Independence Day where they get to fly a UFO? Will Smith and that, like, never in one gets him and flies it straight away. Except for the up and down, if to turn the other way around, just they put that little bit in to say, oh, it is a little bit hard. Up's down and down's up. What's this here? What has to be understood is that these stories are cryptid and allegory is in different degrees. Oh, I can't even read that comment. What did I say?
Mate, is that from Wikipedia or something?
It says that Anuka created man to mine for gold. Oh, I know what she's on there.
Pineal gland's here, isn't it? Pineal gland's
here.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Your pineal gland's here.
Yeah, your pineal gland. It's your third eye. Basically,
it
creates DMT. So basically, everyone is carrying around an illegal drug animal because the body creates it.
It's only illegal because they don't want us to take it.
Yeah, and apparently people think another conspiracy theory is that these elites, these government elites that are running all
I thought you meant the exploring elite. I was about to say they kind of treat themselves like gods as well.
Nah, but the government elites are actually using DMT to go into the DMT realm where your pineal gland takes you and controlling stuff from that realm. Well, obviously that's just a theory.
Have you done DMT, Rob? You went, have you?
No, I haven't done DMT.
I've done DMT.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I didn't go right in, mate, because I was scared for it, mate. But
what do you mean? Right in?
I didn't go right in. Didn't go right in. Like you can go right in, mate, and see like different realms and that apparently. But
yeah.
I didn't go right in. I saw the grass breathing though. I saw it breathing, mate. It was weird.
Yes, you were just tripping balls, then.
Yeah, like tripping, mate.
But if you hit it hard, it proper just takes you away to like another dimension.
Yeah, but okay, so isn't that just your imagination that it's being, doesn't it just obviously turn imagination into something real?
Yeah, but you say that it's just it could just be your imagination that's doing it, but so many people have done DMT and then seen the same things and seen the same.
You need to watch Mike Tyson about it.
I've watched Joe Rogan about it.
Joe Rogan with Mike Tyson, watch that.
Or if you go onto Netflix, I don't know if it's still on there, but there's a documentary called The Spirit Molecule. And then Joe Rogan actually quotes on that.
Is DMT the drug that's released from your body when you're about to die?
Yeah. So it's basically what gives you your near-death experiences. When people say they've almost died and then they've seen God, that's because your body and your brain is just releasing enough DMT to help you cope with that traumatic experience.
Yes, to help you cope with what's happening to you, innit? Like your body, the same as adrenaline. When you're in the shit, say you break your back, you see people break the back, but they get up and run off, but then they collapse down the road and the paralysis because adrenaline has kicked in, it's been released in your body. It's kicked in to get your body to say get yourself out of the shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get down the road.
Well, you should know this as a fighter. When you're in the cage and you're fighting, you don't really feel the pain and that while you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? Because of your adrenaline, because of how your adrenaline's pumping, you only feel the pain the day after.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's like, so DMT, is that just like an extreme form of adrenaline and it's used there to help you cope with the fact that you're dying? Like, it's not, is it not taking you to an alternate dimension that's real? Is it just taking you out of place so you can deal with the fact that you're dead, that you're dying?
I don't know, because it could be like opening the gateway to the next dimension that you go to. Do you know what I mean? That could be like where you go.
I'll say one thing, and this stuck with me since it happened, is my old man, he had, I think it was a heart attack or a stroke at the Blues, and he died. But the woman on hand, she's there, and she kept heart pumping. He was dead for a bit, but kept his heart pumping, and then they got the defib and they brought him back. And he had no problem because she kept his heart going. And I says to him, what did it feel like when you died? And he was like, I didn't know I died. He said, but the last thought I ever know having before coming back around was that I was just at peace. It was like I was in the most peaceful place ever. Like, that's mad, isn't it?
But yeah, that basically sums it up. Do you know what I mean? When you die, you are just basically at peace. You go back to everything that is just energy. Everything, we're all just one.
Yeah.
And
that's what DMT does to you, mate.
Yeah. That's what acid does as well. It just breaks down your ego and it lets you look at the world in a complete different.
Tell us about acid, bro. What does acid? This is going a mad podcast. Go on, tell us about acid.
It's because I've had a drink now, so I'm talking now because I've been drinking.
It's gone all red now. You've asked him about that.
No, do you know what? I asked Robin this before, right? When we were driving, do you remember? And I said to explain what acid, because I don't do drugs and stuff, and because I don't like. Remember me explaining before where I don't do weed and that, and I don't do all that because I don't like the feeling when you get smashed and you're spinning, you close you spin, and you don't spin, and you can't control it. I hate that. And the first ever time he told me being stoned or taking pills or whatever was worse than that, but only if you let it be. I don't do them. So I remember asking you before, saying, explain, Alice, what acid to me, wasn't it? And it was quite fascinating before. Explain to me what you saw in that.
Well, basically, with acid, it's all about your setting. You got to feel comfortable before you even take it, because obviously it can last. Well, it does last for up to 8 to 10 hours. So for starters,
that part alone, that scares the shit out of me. Like being fucked for 8 to 10 hours. Like when I get drunk, I only convince myself, I'm going to be absolute drunk for half an hour and I'm going to pass out and go to sleep. Like I couldn't do 10 hours of the room spinning and that. Sorry, go on.
No, but it's different with acid. You can basically control it. Basically, the way you start thinking is the way it will go. And usually people say they don't do it because of bad trips. But if you have a bad trip, it's usually just bringing something up from your past that you've buried deep that you need to deal with. So it's always a learning experience, whether you have a good trip or a bad trip. You always learn.
It's all about your mentality. It's all about your mentality before doing it.
Yeah, but you've got to be with people you feel safe with, or in a place where you feel safe. But once you take it, it takes about an hour to kick in. But it basically just allows you to delve into your own mind. So the one time I took it, we were sitting outside in the shed and it was snowing. It's absolutely freezing. We're in this shed. And I thought, do you know what? I'll just imagine that this shed is now on a beach, on a tropical beach. Do you know what I mean? I started imagining that. And I just started warming up. And it's stuff like that.
Walking around in the snow in his flip-flops.
Yeah, because what you didn't realise is you was running around the garden naked in the snow. And that's why you warmed up.
No, to be fair, I did go out in the snow, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The snow was proper glistening under the lights and everything. It was amazing. But yeah, it's just one of them. The way you think is the way your experience will go. If you're thinking positive, if you're in a good frame of mind when you have it, you'll have a good time. If you're thinking negative and you're thinking of all these horrible things that can happen or that will never happen.
So basically, it's all about the law of attraction.
Yeah,
it's not the law of attraction then.
Yeah.
I'd be fucked then, because I say, like, if I was that, I'd be like, that's it, like, I'm about to combust, I'm about to, like, I'd be thinking all the bad things, like, everything.
You
like,
think too deep about things, I don't know. So it's like,
yeah, I think, yeah. There's a quick question there.
Like, I'm going to have a bad trip, so you will have a bad one.
I just seen Joe comment about having the truffles in Amsterdam, where you looked after us.
Mate, right, let me explain this. Just a quick one. Would you ever do DMT again?
Yeah, I would.
I'll put that one up after, actually. Right, the truffles, right, all my mates are stoners growing up. Like, you all smoke weed, ain't it, Rob? Like, the whole group, everyone.
Yeah,
so
you was the only one that didn't. He used to sit in the corner of the room with his alcohol. I'm sure he used to get stoned, because obviously the room was just full of smoke. So he definitely got a stone.
Yeah, I was back in the day, Danny, Jack, you know, everyone, like, used to hotbox the room. And, like, so anyway, yeah, there was like, oh, we want to go to Amsterdam. I was like, yeah, I want to come. So I went to Amsterdam with 4 stoners. There was 5 of us. Lucky enough, we rented an apartment, had 1 double bed with a fan on it, a balcony, the lot. And then the other 2 rooms, the other room had 2 bunk beds on it, 1 each side. That's how it was, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, with double doors opening out to the garden.
You had the double doors, didn't you? Sorry, you had the double doors. So yeah, obviously, being the non-smoker, I by default the double bed with fan, it was pucker. Right, so we went out anyway, they started looking, I was drinking. And they all started taking truffles. Right. Wanting to go for a walk.
They're basically like magic mushrooms.
Yeah, truffles are like magic mushrooms. Yeah, they're weird. To look at them, you would not want to. I don't know how these guys do them, but you just they look massive. And so anyway, we was walking to somewhere, and Amsterdam load of canals with bridges. Right, so we're walking. We crossed this bridge, walked left, down, walked over the bridge, went left again, walked down, got back to the first original bridge. Yeah, and then one of them goes, I feel like it's raining. Like, I'm tripping on. I feel like it's raining. I'm there wet, not tripping, going, it is fucking raining, you idiot. Like, it's raining. And then another one goes, I feel like we've been here before. I was like, we have been here before. We've just walked around in a fucking square. Like, and that's how my whole day went, because I was with 4 lads that were tripping. But these like, were having the best time ever.
Yeah, it's wicked for us. We're walking around, I think we're lost.
Oh no, that was it. Yeah, you like, I think we're lost. And I'm like, well, fucking not. We've been here before. I know, we've just walked around the square. We come out of that bar there. Yeah, he's trying to sing that Joe ass. Tom, what do you think about Virgin Galactic flight? Have you lads seen it? With Richard Branson.
I tried to watch the live takeoff, but I couldn't watch it.
I watched it already.
I couldn't watch it at the time. I had no internet.
Oh yeah. Have you seen it now?
Yeah. No, I haven't watched it. I wanted to watch it live. I've seen. Have you seen? In 2015, I think it was, Simpsons put Richard Branson floating, and then yeah, and then this year he's there with video of him floating.
You can have, right? all the conspiracy theories in the world, the Simpsons will call them before anyone. I've noticed that. Like, I've noticed that.
Time travelers.
Wrong?
Yeah, it is crazy, man. Some of the shit the Simpsons have come up with. So
Time
when 9/11 first happened, and then they were showing like the picture of the comic with the 9/11 on it and shit like that, you're like, oh, maybe it's just a coincidence. But then with Trump and that, and with all that stuff, it's
mate,
just like
with Trump coming down the escalator, and you got his supporter with the banner, and she drops the banner at the feet, and Trump turns and waves, and then I've seen it side by side. You got the Simpsons version, right, and then you got the real version, and there was a bird with a banner or whatever, dropped the banner, and then Trump's waving or does. Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
Well, it's not even just that. It's the fact that the creator of The Simpsons also created Futurama, where it's a cartoon about people in the future. Do you know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
Doing deliveries in multi-planets.
Yeah.
Having
chips inside them to say what job they've got.
Well, I've had a lot of inside information from very high up scientists in the world on my inbox telling me the vaccination is putting a chip inside us.
Oh, okay.
So I've got it on very, I don't know where, like, I think the degrees and that they've got, they're not allowed to state what they've got, but they definitely know this stuff. So that's definitely. Right. Imagine, though, we're taking the it is fact, it is true. Imagine, like, it isn't a mass conspiracy, like, it isn't a wipeout thing, it isn't a culling of the people. Imagine if we need this to be accepted into the multiverse of, like, imagine if Marvel's been telling us all along, like, there's multiverses everywhere and there's planets everywhere and, like, Thor's real, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be mad, wouldn't it? But we need it all to, like, we do the magnetic off it because we need it so we can get on the ships and go to space at warp speed and all this shit.
It's crazy when you start like thinking too much into it.
Yeah.
Could be
I want to be Iron Man if that's the case, though. Yeah, Kim, I do feel better. Thank you for asking. Hi, Angie, how are ya? I was even shouting, get away there, mine. Do you wear a tin hat, Rick? Do I look like I wear a tin hat? Do you wear a tin hat?
What?
So, I don't know. Do you wear a tin hat?
It's a conspiracy thing. Basically, if you wear a tin hat, you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, because you think they're going to get the radio waves to your head or something like that, and it's... Yeah. Rick. Sounds up to...
This is Rick's other comment. Too much LSD, good night, bro. Oh, gone, bro.
Good night, bros. Sign. See you later, Rick.
Safe, mate.
See you later, Rick. Just in case we didn't know your first name. Said it twice. The 100, only the strongest last. Well, to be fair, 100 wasn't 100. The actual 100 was the one that got sent down to the ground, wasn't it? The lab rats, the prisoners. Nice one, Angie. Yeah, we are feeling better, thank you. I'll be having some... Yeah, look at this one. I'll be having some strange dreams and nightmares tonight. So, what's going on, Ataya? Tinfoil has stopped 5G getting to your brain. Bet you glad you were in London Sunday when it all... Bet you were glad you weren't in London Sunday when it all kicked off. I haven't seen anything. Hop, was it back down there, mate?
I don't know, mate, because it was kicking off at Wembley, like them all getting into Wembley. But I think me and Saul, we saw one fight outside the pub, and it was just like people slapping each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were just slapping.
I haven't seen anything. I've heard about videos of people smashing each other's head in and it going off back, but I haven't seen a thing. I am.
Mate, I saw some videos of them storming Wembley, and because the stewards weren't doing anything, the fans were battering them. Took it to an extreme.
I've seen that as well.
Took it to an extreme. Like, didn't need to do that at all, but they didn't need to storm it either, to be fair.
Yeah, true. I've seen the videos of them smashing up the streets as well.
No, I didn't see none of that.
I think it.
But to be fair, it's
Trafalgar Square, I think it was, or something like that.
Oh no, that was Leicester Square, wasn't it?
Oh,
Was it
yeah,
Leicester
yeah.
Square, where the cleaners cleaned it by 9 o'clock in the morning.
I did that.
Yeah.
I just seen it all kicking off.
No.
What's that?
In London, in Leicester Square.
Oh, was it writ off? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
as soon as the game had finished, we'd gone where.
Final. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Football hooligans, nation of shame. If I can play this. Is this when they were rushing in?
Without tickets, storm the turnstiles. With stewards overwhelmed and the police absent, others appear to take the law into their own hands. A dangerous, hostile environment for fans attending the nation's biggest game.
This kid's fucking battered, man. Rising.
John was at the match with his family. Their memory, there was almost 900 football-related incidents.
Clearly, there was behaviour. It was an embarrassment for the Football Association.
Did you see some of the videos I sent you?
Me?
Before the game? Yeah, where they were on top of the traffic lights, and people were launching cans and everything at them. Like full cans. Yeah.
Mate, I'd have got off that traffic light and fucking push someone dead. Didn't if someone threw a full can at me. Isn't it?
Full can, mate. And I saw a girl, me and Saul was standing at the bottom of the steps at Wembley. And they were throwing them over there as well. And I saw this girl, she must have been about 18, 19, with her friends, and she got clattered on the back of the head with a full can of Stella.
Shouldn't laugh.
It
was
oh, Rob. We know what videos Rob watches all the time.
No,
Mate, I've been drinking.
Rob asked, hoping, happy birthday, Rob. Hope you had a good day, mate.
Happy birthday, mate. It's related to me.
Rob Hope, related to you?
Yeah.
His birthday, so happy birthday to him. Carol said you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, it was alright. Showing back the result, but it was a good day. It was a good day.
Yeah, I know. That was the day I tested positive, man. I couldn't down because I was with off. I was gutted. All went nuts after the game. One of the lads got his ribs kicked in, bless him.
Oh yeah, that was Harry Maguire. They got stampeded on, didn't they?
What?
One of the defenders' dads, they got stampeded on, mate.
One of the defenders?
Yeah, one of their dads.
Oh, one of the dads. Oh, you're joking?
Yeah. Got stampeded.
What was the crack with the turnstiles? Was people just... Because you wouldn't be at the turnstile if you didn't have a ticket, would you? Let's face it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Was they just taking the piece to let everyone in? And I'm telling you now, if I'd paid £4.50 for a ticket and the game had already kicked off, I'd be jumping the fence to get in as well. Like, I wouldn't be rushing it and injuring people, but I'd find a way in. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it?
I think because...
you just climb on the roof.
Yeah, to be fair. We're gonna, weren't we?
I think because of it was like kicking off at one side of the stadium. I think they stopped the turnstiles because I know someone who got in without a ticket, and they stopped the turnstiles and stopped the scanning because it was self-scanning, and all you had to do was show the ticket then. And he said he got in by taking a photo of his mate's ticket and showed that one, and didn't have to scan it because it was like 10 minutes before kickoff.
Joking?
Yeah.
No way. Why didn't you try that then?
Because I didn't even know halfway through the game when I messaged him and said, "Where are you?" And he took a picture and he's in there.
That's mad. What a day.
Oh,
can you be like, well, what day? As the famous cowboy should say. Tim, I'm allowed out in 4 days, I think. 4 or 5 days. 4 days, I think. Or 3 or 4. I'd have to have a look on the app. My government workers app, it lets me know when I get paid and I'm allowed out. Rob, would you have been like, good shot? They shut my youngest school yesterday. Too many teachers isolating. Kids not had vax yet, have they? So another kick in the teeth for my girls. GCSE next year. Schools are all over the shopping at the moment. It's a shame.
Schools are mad.
Schools are. I will say though, schools are outdated.
Yeah, they are. I know some people the schools tried to fine them for taking the kids on holiday because they couldn't last year. But then when they come back off holiday, they've done the 1 day at school and they've got to go home because someone's tested positive.
Yeah.
But you can't find the school for not having them.
Yeah, I know. Mad, innit?
She just messed myself up one few times, was joking, because she got left it at your door.
Poor cow. Someone's brought me some wine.
Okay, you know that neighbour, that Tom's mate?
Yeah, I got some here if you want it. I can't smell it.
Someone just brought me some wine. Poor cow. Nice one.
Maybe it was your neighbour that was slagging you off about being on the third.
It is. I don't think they were on about me though, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're in the other one.
Very coincidental. I reckon they did that with the footy so they can blame them for the next surge. No, it was a fact that the Euros was a test. It was one of the testing sites, wasn't it? It was one of the testing events. It was a known fact.
What's that?
Good day, Ed. That the Euro. Remember that it was one of the testing events because they've had events on that's been like Silverstone's on. It's a testing event, isn't it?
Yeah, and they had that rave in Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah. So didn't that rave? Like it was a test thing, but then didn't it not stop for like 3 days?
Still raving, mate.
They're still going now, innit? We'll put your test to a test.
Mate, it was in Liverpool. They've got some good drugs up there.
You seen the video of the people sneaking in the high vises? Sick.
The what?
The people sneaking in there as well in high vises didn't have tickets for it and snuck in high vises like they were working there.
I homeschool one of my kids. Wish I could homeschool them all. Mad. So, right, I think we've gone like fully deep on this chat. I was going to talk about exploring and stuff, but we've gone fully conspiracy theories and that, innit?
Yeah, proper.
We went, okay, come on. Here you go, come on then. Catch come to say hello. Here we go. Oh, climbing up. Nose, mate. Oh, jumped off me now. Straight facts, I'm sorry. I don't know what that comment's in relation to. We missed it.
A what?
These. Sophie put straight facts and then put, sorry, that one, I'm sorry.
Straight facts.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Janine put, the kids had so much off, they got another 6 weeks off, they will never catch up. I think...
You know what? They will. They will. Kids will, because kids, at a certain age, they learn really quick. And if they need to, they'll pick anything up.
Yeah.
They're not teaching them anything they need to know anyway.
And I've never used like Romeo and Juliet. Do you know what I mean? I've never used that.
Yeah, because we all speak like bummies, mate. We need more Shakespeare in our lives.
I've never written a letter. I'll get someone else to write it for me.
Yeah, I've never used reading and writing. Do you know what I mean? No, it's true though. Like, why do I need to know that? I mean, I've had 8 wives or whatever, and killed 7 of them.
I've never had to use algebra either. Never had to use algebra.
All kids need to know these days is how to set up a Twitch channel and how to talk to a camera. Do you know what I mean? And then they can make millions.
The kids around there, mate, all they need to know is I'm how to buy something, how to sell it.
Whoa.
It's true, isn't it?
Oh, you scared me for airborne off.
It is.
What was that? What did you say? Go on.
I said they just need the kids around here just need to know how to weigh something and how to sell it.
Nah, oh, now I heard that part. Someone said something after.
Oh, he said she scared you away.
Bummy born and bred. Yeah, I love being a bummy. I do, mate. Love it. Mate, we don't about a lot of entrepreneurs and that, like successful people come from the manor now. People are doing well.
Who?
Well, I'm not going to start dropping names, but there's more to Chelmsley than drug dealing these days.
Yeah, there is. All right, you also need to know how to like play football and run a business and.
Attacking hard, you are now, Hoppy rants. Right, before I end it, is there anything anyone wants to talk about? Because, well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be bored. So.
Is there any questions anyone wants to ask us?
That's a very good question. Is there any questions anyone would like to ask? Hoppy rants, Rob, or myself? And now we just got to wait the 30 to 45 seconds for the delay on the stream. Mate, what did I have written down? Oh, the TikTok family that you mentioned that about. What happened with the family?
So, that family, their address got leaked probably 2 months ago. And they've had people turning up at their doors while they're all asleep and stuff at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And they've got 5 kids. They've got 5 kids at that. No, I think they've got 5 kids. And they've got a newborn baby. And so people have been going there, whatever, 2 o'clock in the morning. And someone firebombed the house yesterday or the day before. And the kids and everything was all in there, raving, mate. Like, and they've grew up.
What, like?
People just jealousy, innit? Jealousy of.
What do they do on TikTok?
They just do mad stuff, like just funny videos.
And someone firebombed the house with the kids in it because they don't like the TikTok videos.
Yeah, because they do TikTok videos. They're on Facebook, YouTube, man. It's raving. Like, people's mentality is messed up, isn't it?
Mate, that is bad.
Jealousy. That's all it is.
Man, I'd make a TikTok of me chopping them up. Telling ya. I would. That's bad, that is. You can't, kids as well, like, just because you don't like someone's... Mate, do you know what though? Saying that, some of the inboxes, some of the comments I see, and I think, oh, calm down, pal, I'm only fucking making a couple of live videos, like, do you know what I mean? But to go and then turn up at someone's house and torch their house while the kids are in the bed.
So you've
Even
got to
just
be
the
careful
adults,
with
even
your
if-
address. You got to
Yeah,
be
of
careful with your
course.
address online.
That's bad. That is just like putting it out there. If anyone's got any thoughts, that just know you will die, mate. If anyone done that to me, like just putting it up there, just know you've got a death wish. Just know what you're getting yourself into. That's bad. That is horrible. Are they all okay? Did they get out okay on that?
All the family got out okay. Yeah, I think one of their animals died though. I think.
Mate, people
One
would
of
be
their
dying.
pets.
People would be dying. Oh, that's so sad. They've done so much for charity. I want to know what all drug dealers are going to do if we go cashless, swap for best trainers or gold chains. No, well, I don't know. There's a tactic already in place. Like, you know.
They got ped machines, mate.
Yeah, you can run
Set
one
up
off
as
your
a
phone,
limited
it's fine.
business. Sole trader.
Limited business with no payout. Check it as dividends. It's all right. The Smith family, so sad. What is this for? When are you coming back to Scotland? It's a good question. I'd love to go to Scotland now if I could, but my next trip when I get out of isolation, once my grounding is up, will be Wales. Because we was meant to do it the other week, weren't we? But we ended up going the other way instead to do that abandoned hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want a camping trip Wales. I don't know if you lads will be joining me or not. I only want to do probably 1 or 2 nights max. Do you know what I mean? But that trip we had planned that we were talking about before, huh?
Yeah.
That'll be a nice one. They have CCTV them do it. They must have a bad time. Great family, lovely. They say they are moving away. I think. Well, they can't live there anymore, obviously. They broke into their car and the driver and set it on fire. I've seen it. They set the car on fire, didn't they? And then set the house on fire. I've seen that. Do you know, I didn't even realise the news was on silent. I think I was doing something and I've seen that. I know what you mean now. I think it was snake. It was the snake that died. I'm guessing they're on about an actual snake, not the person that snaked them out.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, yeah, Joe just said drug dealers, Bitcoin or Doge to the moon. That's what they'll, if you want 8, send me over 20 quid worth of Doge.
Ship goes to the moon, mate. I'm hoping ship goes to the moon as well.
Mate, you won't even, how many sheep you got? About 500,000.
Yeah.
Won't even get you a spliff, mate. You won't even get you a spliff at the moment.
I know it won't. We'll get nothing.
I got 2.5. I got 2.5 million sheep.
Can't even get a Freddo, mate.
Yeah, mate, a spliff's cheaper than a Freddo these days. Yeah. What's his question? What do you think about door-to-door vaccines being done in America? They are given the lottery tickets and fishing license to get vaccine.
Well, they're giving incentives. They're giving incentives.
I've seen one place in America that were giving people shotguns and rifles to get vaccine, or a chance to win a shotgun or a rifle to get vaccine. Yeah.
They do over here though, Like if you've got a self-isolate, you can claim 500 quid, They're paying you to self-isolate and get the virus and then the vaccine and stuff. There's grants everywhere. I'm not saying it means it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it means it's a good thing or they're forcing it. I'm just saying they're doing it. But I'll do it for a shotgun.
Anyway.
Content, mate. I'll be like, wait there. I want to be holding my shotgun while you jab me. Yeah, I got the vaccine. Saying that, I'll be like, they'll give me my shotgun, and they'll be like, right, there's your jab. All right, saying, where's the ammo? And they'll be like, no, you're not allowed ammo. Gun button. Any plans for another airborne gang night out, Tom? That gang night out was wicked, wasn't it, lad?
Yeah, it was wicked, to be fair.
It was good, man. It was good. It was a good night out, but I think, there'll always be something in the future, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. See what happens. When did you need an incentive to get a flu jab? See, I hear this argument all the time, Sophie, though, like, and they're going, oh, you know, why do you need an incentive to get the COVID vaccine? When did you need one to get the flu shot? I think we've already established the saying that COVID's worse than flu. Do you know what I mean? Whether you believe it or not, that's down to you. I don't know if I believe it or not. I'm just saying. I think they've already established that it's worse. They are saying it's worse. The people that are giving the incentives.
You don't need incentives. I think everyone is pro-choice. Like for me, I wouldn't, just because I'm vaccinated, I wouldn't push the vaccine on someone else. Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Do
what you're doing. Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, I ain't been vaccinated and I've never had the flu jab either. So,
no man,
to be honest, though, they only say to have the flu jab if you're vulnerable, though. You only get the flu jab if you're vulnerable.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think each to their own. Like, but like I had someone the other day that was like mad against it. Like I went on his profile because he said something to me. So I went on his profile and it was full of like, don't get the vaccine, don't be a sheep, you're this, you're that, if you do that, right. And then he come on mine and put, who are you to tell people that COVID's real when it's not? You shouldn't be pushing your views on people. And I was like, I wasn't, mate. I'm just saying I tested positive on a COVID test and I'm ill as fuck. Right? And then I thought, but that's the thought process of them people where they're saying, you can't push this on people, you can't push that on people, while pushing the complete opposite on people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, carry the same energy. If people can't push a certain thing on, then you can't push the other thing on. Like, literally live by it, each to their own. Like, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm not saying get the vaccine. I'm not saying don't get the vaccine. Like, each to the
You just know you was ill. You just know you was
ill. I just know I've done a test that said, if you do this test and it comes up, it's saying you've got COVID. I've done the test. It said I had COVID. I was ill as fuck. That's all I know. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I said. I tested positive for COVID. I sorry for all the Karens out there that I didn't put in the description. I tested positive for COVID on a COVID test. I'm not saying that it's real, blah, blah. But that's what happened. You know what I mean? I didn't, mad people out there, mate. Like, but they have, do you know what? Fair play to them. They've lightened me up because now I don't give a shit about what I say.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's.
Hi, all lovely people. Hope you're. Hey, Tasha, how are ya? Yeah, you can't. No one can force anyone to do anything. It's each their own.
No, you never can, mate. Just do what you got to do, innit?
And to be honest, I will say as well, say I went fully against the government. I was like, no, it's all a conspiracy. It's all this. They're doing this. They're doing that. What am I going to change? What can you change, innit? That's why I stopped looking into it before.
The higher powers have more say than any of us, mate.
Mr. Rothschilds, mate, will finish me. And no one will know why. They think I had the job, got a blood clot, and they'll all just be going, see, no, not really. He's Mr. Rothschilds, come and got me ended. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Cal knows. Cal's obviously one of the mods, and she's been seeing. You was reading them as well, weren't you? The comments on that video.
Yeah.
It is
the one geezer cracked me up. Like he was speaking to you like 4 days after you did it.
Yes.
And he kept commenting the same thing, and I'm like, give it a rest, mate. Look when it was posted.
Mate, I was gonna bring this up, right? And I'm not saying people are dumb, but some of the people that were commenting, making out that they know how the world works, and they're like, it's a conspiracy. I know for a fact that the government are doing this, doing that. Were commenting on my video 3 or 4, 5 days later after it was live, but commenting me as if the video was still live. They were talking to me in the thing, and I'm like, so you've got your PhD, you're a scientist that have done all these tests, you know it's about the world that nobody knows, but you can't tell that this video isn't live anymore. I was like, you fucking idiot, mate, you're getting blocked. Funny.
Fuck you, man.
Daniel said, I reckon the next airborne night out should be at Speedway. I actually agree with you on that one, mate. We should all go Speedway in it, Hop and Rob.
Yeah, man.
Oh, quick one. What's going on, Moana? She made a live podcast. How are you? Good to see you on. It's up to the individual. No. Evening, Nathan. How are you? What's this? Did anyone go into survival mode when COVID first hit? I did, and like a lot, they were buying bags of flour and all sorts. I did, but I was already in anyway because although I used to be a conspiracy nut, I absolutely love the Walking Dead and the whole zombie apocalypse thing. And part of me, and my mates will know this, part of me wants it to happen. So I used to stop up on tin food and that anyway, because I was like living Rick Grimes' life, like I was ready. But then I get
panic buy.
I didn't panic buy, not in the slightest. I just had resources already ready before it kicked in. But then when it kicked in, I realised some resources were already out of date. But obviously, a zombie apocalypse, I would have eaten it anyway. But yeah, the whole. Do you know how the bog roll thing works?
Pardon?
Do you know how the bog roll thing works? Have you heard about the conspiracy? Not the conspiracy, but maybe the story behind how the whole bog roll thing works.
Nah.
They reckon it was a sales ploy by one of the manufacturers. They created it, like, obviously a lot of people, conspiracies will say this about create shortage to up demand and all that kind of stuff. But they reckon it was actually done by one of them people, and then it just spiraled because one person seen someone buying loads of bog roll, and they was like, "Fuck, there's gonna be a shortage of bog roll. I'm gonna shit myself and have nowhere to wipe. Like, so I need to get some." So then the next person done it, and the next person done it. Before you know it, no one can get bog roll. But yeah, I don't think anyone realised you could still get baby wipes literally everywhere. Johnson's wasn't there in the slightest. Did Angela reply?
Still on.
She did. Angela just sent that. Have you seen my story?
Nah.
You haven't seen my story on Facebook?
Boy.
Oh,
Can we
mate.
start following that?
Camping
Need to have a
when.
look at it.
Soon, Joey. You need to have a look at my story. Basically, it was one of the PhD doctors.
Yeah.
She was a nurse. She's an official Facebook nurse. I think she got it when she watched the David Icke video. I think she was allowed to become a And apparently I'm misleading people. COVID isn't real. I'm misleading people, and if I carry on, I've got to deal with her. So like,
and she called you a dickhead.
Oh, she called me a dickhead as well, yeah. So by day she's a by night. By day she's a nurse. By night I think she's a blood. Yes, Spence, what's going on, bro? You good?
What's going on, Spence?
I was confused when the virus did to you when all the roles sold out. I was confused what the virus did. Wasn't it because everyone was shitting themselves? Probably, Reg. Probably was. The shortage of toilet roll didn't bother me as I have a stomach. What's a stomach? Is it a bidet?
No.
What's a stomach, Rob?
Quite nice.
Oh, is that one of them?
Oh yeah, it's probably a makeup bidet.
No, it's not. It's
well, obviously, if they're saying they don't need toilet roll, it's something to clean their ass.
No, it could be one of them bags that they have.
A colostomy bag.
Yeah,
yeah, it could be that.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, people are saying when you're out.
Couldn't stand
It
back
is, yeah.
tonight.
When your bowel's been removed.
Okay then.
A colostomy bag you don't need. Oh, of course, yeah. One way
Boy,
to
but
get
you save
around
a
it.
fortune on toilet roll. It's one way to look at it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose you do. And water from flushing the toilet.
Isn't it?
There's a lot of people that I've seen with them, like in the fighting world lately, you know, as well. It's where you're saying, oh, shit comes from. Right, anyway, also my B-Day broke this morning. Joe, you got a B-Day? Where the hell did he move to? Dubai? I thought he said he moved to Marston.
See, mate, he's in Marston now. He's out of Charleston.
And it's one doesn't simply wipe one's ass. Where the fuck? Kieran had to get his bowel removed first lockdown and he saved fortune on toilet roll. That's the class. Oh my god, we have the same problem as Joke. I never ordered from Wish and start to order things like a... Oh mate, in lockdown I will say, we hammered Amazon.
I think everyone did, mate. Everyone did.
There's nothing else
I thought, oh yes, I'm gonna save a fortune because I ain't going out and doing anything. But then, like, every day Amazon driver was there.
Yeah, it become a thing in this little courtyard there. Like the neighbours were like, it was a game and they were laughing. Spot the Amazon driver when it turned up for us. We ordered it how much? Mad. COVID is right, man. Dick. It's always on the rise, but not for long. Oh, Red, you crap me up. It's a toilet add-on. They stick. Mate, get one. It's a toilet add-on. They stick. What are you on about, Joe? Right, anyway, that being said, yeah, Amazon had the most of financial wages. Do you know what's mad, though? Apparently, it's really bad. Turnaround rate for Amazon is 150% for employees. So if they employ 100,000 people a year, apparently they've got to find 150,000 people every year to employ because many people leave. And people go, hey, is that mad if they only employ 100,000? How are you meant to have 150,000? But it's because that many people leave, they've got to reapply for them jobs. They've got to find that many people. Apparently they're going to run out of people to work for them soon.
Yeah, who's basically slave labour if you work for Amazon.
Yeah. My brother works there, gets next to nothing, stupid hours. Mad, then I thought Amazon was a good job, but I really did. Didn't realise it was bad.
I thought they were getting like £11 an hour. Amazon.
Mate, where was you working, Rob? Sainsbury's?
Sainsbury's? £13
Sainsbury's
an
warehouse?
hour to do fuck.
£13 an hour to pick shelves, mate. Right, I'm a qualified, I'm an engineer and a welder pipe fitter, right? And I get jobs message me going, we've got this job for you, how many hours? $11.50 an hour. And I look at it and I think, well, I'm a qualified pipe fitting welder and engineer, right? And I think, I ain't working less doing that job than I could getting picking shelves at Sainsbury's. You're fucking mad.
Picking plants, picking flowers.
Potted plants and that. Chilling in the ambient section.
It was
just a nice
warm in there
temperature.
as well.
They want me to go outside and fit pipe, metal pipe, freezing weather, standing on top of stuff that I could fall off and die, or I could go into the potted plant section at Sainsbury's at an ambient pressure and temperature, have a lovely day, 8 hours a day, drive home,
over the Christmas period where it was busy, our section was heated to 15 degrees, so we could literally work in a t-shirt and that. And then we'd finish early as well, because as soon as we'd finish, we'd get to go home. So that was like buzzing. So, yeah.
And you'd get £1.50
You know what I mean?
an hour extra.
More than these agencies are like, we've got the best job ever, mate. We'll get £11.50 for your skills and that.
Now, to be fair, it was agency though, so it was still shit.
Not shit standing in the freezing cold, mate, picking up stainless steel.
Yeah.
Like,
well, to be fair, they had the freezer section there, but I refused to work in it. I don't deal well with cold.
Not at £13 an hour, mate. Oh, bloody would.
£13 an hour, I didn't. Not now.
My man is a driver and his money is well better due to the inflation on seafood. Fair play. My boyfriend works for DHL and he gets £100 a day. See, that's what I mean? £100 a day is not bad for working.
Depends how many hours you're working though, really.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're doing 24 hours, yeah, that's fucking shit. Does he have my parcel? So you ain't getting it if DHL have got it.
No, DHL ain't too bad. It's Herms you've got to watch out for, mate. They're terrible.
If you're missing a parcel off Hermes, it's on your roof, that's why.
Kicked around your garden first.
Mate, I sent a parcel out with them through eBay and it cost me £300.
Yeah, mate, because I turned up and it was something different. And then phoned him.
It turned up, it was a set of van locks that turned up to the customer. And then obviously the customer sent them back to me. So I spent fucking £300 on a set of van locks that are now locking up my shed.
Basically, what happened is Robin was doing screens, for, the skins for the photo booths. He was selling them, right? So you sent a set of screens out, skins out, didn't you?
Yeah.
To a customer that paid £300 for the skins. When they got to the customer said that a van padlocks turned up. So complained to eBay, was it? And then eBay were like, you were meant to send his skins out. Rob was like, I did send the skins out. I know he sent the skins out. I seen up, right? And then the customer was like, no, what these? So they sent them back to Rob. And then eBay were like, right, you got to refund the money. So Rob had to refund the money, lose out on the skins, and ended up with these padlocks. Basically, what actually happened is the customer conned him and said he got these padlocks. And
he probably does it all the time. The customer
does
it
there's
all
probably
the time.
loads of people. So yeah, that's what happened. That was
goes to Poundland and get some padlocks, man.
My Hermes drivers are lovely on me. My neighbour had a parcel delivered by Hermes. They put it in the top of a wheelie bin on one day. It went in the dustbin van with all the rubbish. Do you know what, Carl? That also happened to a parcel one of the supporters sent. I can't remember who it was, but it sat in the, they put it in the recycler bin. And it was in there for over a week, apparently. Lucky enough, it wasn't the week that recycling was going. And then my mum happened to check, and it was there. They shouldn't be putting parcels in bins. Especially, obviously, if supporters send me stuff out, I don't know it's been sent out. I don't get notifications. Yeah. I don't know anything about it. So it just sits in the bin.
The worst thing is they could at least put the slip through the door on it to say, like, it's here. But they don't even do that. They just do it and just go.
Oh, it was Cal. Yeah, there you go. It was Cal that sent out. It was me to your mum. Right. I'm going to end this anyway. Nice one for joining me for the first one. I'm going to start hunting down some interesting people. And let me just put it out there. If there's any people out there that don't believe COVID's real and has some backup evidence or would like to come on a podcast, inbox me nice. And not saying nicely to come on to beg. I'm saying don't send me a cuntish message. But inbox me and we'll have you on, definitely. I want to get someone that can explain the thought process, the other side. And also, if there's anyone out there that's, like, an actual doctor or whatever, and they want to come on a podcast and explain the theory and the thought process and the facts behind the government side of it all. I'd definitely like to have some people out on air. Maybe not. I don't think the lads agree with me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'd like to. Obviously,
have
I've got
everyone on, mate.
Yeah, but I got to ask, like, for people. Yeah, so if you want to call a podcast and you got something, of interest, let me know. I will get some other explorers on the podcast as well, so we can, understand their journey of exploring and why they do it and stuff. So yeah.
Is this the way you're going to do it now, though? Are you going to do live podcasts, or are you going to do...
For now, while I'm on, for now, I'm going to do it like this, because a lot of people don't know, because I haven't told anyone yet, but at the end of the month, they're checking all the offices where my podcast is, and...
Oh, where's he gone?
I think his battery probably died.
Okay, so basically what he was saying is where his podcast studio is at the moment, I think at the end of the month they're turning it all into storage. So he isn't going to be able to have the studio there anymore. He's got to find a new location.
He won't have the podcast room.
No.
Yo!
Oh, here he is.
I think you've got bored of me and kicked me out.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Told
I don't think.
Anyway.
I don't think the storage place wanted you to tell everyone.
No, yeah. That is. So it's just like, no. So yeah, basically, I'm they're turning them into storage units, and they're not having the offices on that site anymore. So I'm losing the podcast room for now. So yeah, I'll probably do them like this for now, innit? The lights work better in this room anyway than they do in the podcast room.
You've just got too many of them in the podcast room.
I got the same, but I linked it together. I got them around the thing. They don't show up that well though. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope you all enjoyed it. And on to the next one. What do I do now? Because I've never did one. I'll press top
say
right,
peace and then end broadcast.
Is there not an outro thing on here?
Probably if you've left it on there, yeah, but that's for your airborne, so I don't know if you want to use it for your Let's Talk. But yeah.
Nah, I need to set some new ones up, don't I?
Well, say you do. I do. Yeah,
no, I mean, like, make some actual videos, not photos, like my video and that.
Yeah.
I need to do an actual intro for this as well. What I will do though is, no, that's done. Yeah, that's done. So yeah, nice one for joining us, guys, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.